फजा भी है जवा जवा, हवा भी है रवा रवा, सुना रहा है ये समा, सुनी सुनी सी दास्तां. Friends, welcome to Music Darbar. Welcome, my friends, to Music Darbar. And you know what? It's such a special day. It's a winter chilly morning, but I'm not feeling chilly at all because of the person I have with me. Yes, he was 1976 Mr. India, as well as he performed in quite a beautiful movies in Bollywood. Today we have with us Mr. Parashar, Deepak Parashar. So let's welcome Mr. Parashar with us in Music Darbar.
Hi. Hello to all of you in New Jersey, New York, and a big hello to Mana Television. It's a pride moment for me. I'm very, very pleased to be interviewed by Mana because I have watched a couple of television stuff of Mana, and I pretty like the way they operate, and they've done a good job. Well, to begin with, I feel that it's such a wonderful opportunity that I have, that I've come to this country. I have been here earlier, but this time it's been a little different because last time I came it was just about 2-3 days, but this time I'm going to be here for about almost 2 to 3 months. My career started in 1976 when I became Mr. India Prince. And thereafter I did a lot of modeling assignments. I've done 7,000 catwalks. I was the in-house model for Giorgio Armani YSL. After doing that, there was another contest, which was a United Producers Contest. And I won that as well, which brought me into the film industry. And my first film was with Mr. B.R. Chopra, where Zeenat Aman was my leading lady. Thereafter, a series of films started, which is about 40 or 50 films I must have done, with heroines like Zeenat, Rekha, Rakhi, Parveen, Sarika, Ranjita, and many more, Rati Agnihotri, Poonam Dhillon. The list goes on. And memory fails me sometimes. But yes, I've done a lot of films. After that, I did a lot of television. And you mentioned something to me about a serial which was...
It was in 95. Yes, yes. Actually, the serial I want to talk to you about, it was in 95. But before that, I really want to ask you, Parasharji, that when you really started thinking that you want to be a model or you want to act, or who really motivated you at the time?
Well, I would say that it was never on the agenda. I started I was training, and I was doing a lot of hard work because my dad, being in the army, insisted that I do my graduation. I don't use my graduation, excuse me, but being an army man's son, that was the prerequisite and a requirement. So I did it with St. Stephen's in Delhi because I'm basically from New Delhi. And Dad being in the army, we've been traveling all over the country in different stations. We've been posted, so various different schools. I never really thought of getting into the media or in this industry. But what happened was that whilst I was doing my college, I was also being trained by Oberoi Intercontinental for hotel management. And suddenly, a strange thing happened one day. All friends went to another hotel for a cup of coffee, and we saw a line of beautiful women lined up. And said, "Oh God, all these girls are so good." And we were just in college and things, and you know how it is that you walk, you don't stare, because kind of rude, but then just a little look here and there. So, but I was interested to know what it was about, and they said that it's a beauty pageant. And I said, "Oh, you." I said, "But so many guys with them. Are they all their bodyguards and things like that?" So they said, "No, they're also for the contest." I said, "What's that?" So that's where I learned that it was a contest for a personality contest for the men as well.
Wow.
And my friends insisted that you've been boasting that you're good looking. Let's see whether you can win this. So I tried to speak to whoever concerned, and they said, "No, this is the probably this is the third segment, and you missed the two segments, so you can't." I said, "Of course I can." I just walked in. And there was Gulshan Evening from Eve's Weekly and Times of India and things like that. And I told them, I said, "Look, I missed the two segments. I wasn't aware of it. And I want you to interview me and right now and tell me whether it's on or not." So they said, "But it's tomorrow." So I said, "Yeah, okay." They said, "Do you have a coat?" So I said, "No, I don't." So I borrowed my coat from some friends and things like that. I have a rich tycoon friend in Delhi back home, and borrowed his jacket, and I appeared and I won Mr. Delhi, where Simi Garewal and Ranbir Kapoor crowned me. And then I was invited to Mumbai, where Zinat Aman and Devanand crowned me. And so that's where my whole thing started with the film industry, my stint. Coming back to television now, as you suggested, the Swabhiman is your favorite. It's my favorite too. Because number one, it was with the worker union who was supporting the whole thing. And the director was amazing. A man who I always wanted to work with, and that was Mr. Mahesh Bhatt. And that was the transformation of Mr. Parashar from films to television. I was away for a brief while, say about 3 years or so, because I met with a very fatal accident in Dubai. And I was modeling for YSL and I fell into the ocean. And the propeller got in my leg. So this was a bad phase. So I was it took me 3 years to recuperate. But then television happened, and it was a serial shot on a big, large canvas. So I did that, and after that, I just couldn't get out. And I've done about 60 soap operas until now.
Yes, totally. And you know what, my friends, today we are really happy. Actually, I am really happy because he was a heartthrob of lot of women that time. I mean, he still is. He is awesome. He was so handsome. But I still remember that my mom, I have to say this because she just loves you because of your screen presentation as well, and because of course the movie Nikah. That was the song sung by Ghulam Ali ji. Whenever you put your click on in YouTube, you can see this beautiful gentleman all the time, and that was such a nice movie, and the storytelling and all. And I don't know, you were just so perfect with the role, with that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that big house kind of thing, that rich lad from a good family and everything. I mean, it was so much you. We never thought that somebody's acting, somebody is doing something. So, how you felt when you got the offer for Nika?
It was wonderful because I was playing the role of a Nawab, and a lot of people think I'm Muslim.
Yes,
But
because
they
you
don't
look.
know I burn how many candles to learn the language. That Urdu, Assalamu alaikum, and all that kind of stuff. Yes, the role was brilliant, and I was really, really happy doing it. Other than that, I even enjoyed working with another actor, colleague, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, in a film called Sharabi.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that was a learning experience as well. So I feel out of the directors, Mr. B.R. Chopra was a learning experience, and after the colleagues that I've worked with, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan was another class apart, and I learned a lot from him. The films which I can, randomly tell is Insaf Ka Tarazu with Zeenat Aman. Then another film I did, Aap To Aise Na The, Sannata, Shraddhanjali, Arman, Patthar Ki Lakeer, Waqt Ke Shahzade, Sharabi, that was a good one, Babu. So there are a few films that I remember, and oh yes, not to miss. I have a lot of fan following with uh, the horror segment.
Yes.
You know,
Purani Haveli.
I'm Purani Haveli and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, there are 7 brothers, and I
Yeah.
did one,
Yeah.
and all the 6 said, Mr. Parashar, this is not okay. You've done his, you won't do mine. And being the sensitive, emotional guy that I am, I accepted and I did the other 6 too. So I landed up with a lot of films, which were kind of horror films.
Yeah.
And but it was enjoyable because I like horror films myself. Now I am here in New Jersey, and I don't know how people have got to know, but a lot of people have got to know that I'm here, and so a lot of events are being arranged where people have been inviting me. There's one, I think. 25th is when tomorrow or day after there's a Padmavati, something
Yes.
happening there.
Yes,
So
yes.
I may be making
8K cinemas, yeah.
so I may be making an appearance there as well. And then on the 28th there's a meet and greet at Akbar Hotel at 6:30 p.m. and I hope to meet everybody, because I want to meet everybody
Yeah, true.
and interact with everybody.
True.
And then there are a few things lined up by another gentleman who's a friend as well, Mr. Bharat Goradia. I don't know what he's planning, but there is something on with that. And then there is Mini Sethi, who's doing a soap. It's not really a soap, but it's a television program, Teen Sahelia. So I may be stepping into that also for a bit. So basically, I have some very good friends here like Kulbhushan. He has a radio where he operates from. And other than that, we have Janak Bedi. And there's another young guy. He seems, very, very interested to do some films with me, and they're half-hour short films. And he is Mr. Gorai, Ramu Gorai. So he's been wanting to do something. So keeping my fingers crossed, I think I should be here for at least 2 or 3 months.
I don't think the 2 or 3 months will be enough, because the way you were structuring your things, and I know that people love you and they want you back for more things. And the way the plans are, since I know a little bit of those, I know that you are totally structured for more than 2 3 months. Don't even tell me. We're not gonna let you go so fast, okay? But tell me one thing, that these days there's I mean, do you think that acting or being an actor or an actress is quite easy than before, or it is the same hurdle?
I think it was much more difficult then, because you see people like Dharmendra and Rajendra Kumar and Dilip Kumar and all these stalwarts and all, Amitabh Bachchan himself, they had a tough time, very, very difficult. But yes, it's easier now because of the exposure, and there is a lot of advertising also plays a big role. So people get into television, advertising. There is so much scope where you're seen around. For me, it wasn't difficult at all because everything came on a platter for me.
Right, right.
Because of the Mr. India title. I
Yeah.
really didn't have to struggle at all. I mean, I just had to pick and choose this, or this, that
Hmm,
kind of a
hmm,
thing.
hmm, hmm.
So I'm humbled and I'm grateful to God that and my parents' wishes that I've been accepted well in the industry and by the audiences. I have to thank each one of them. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I am there for you. I am whatever I am only because all of you.
So, Deepakji, it is really something right now that, I mean, we can see a lot of new faces in almost every movies, and mostly the movies are not even as you were saying that with all those big names, the movie structure was totally different, and nowadays the movie structure is mostly like next door. Whatever is happening, we can really think about ourselves when we see others. I mean, it was then also, but there was a distance. Maybe, I mean, with the social network or the TV channels, it was not that much that time that we can see all the previews before, we can see all the songs before, we can have a quick glimpse of the movies before. But I do believe that that charm in back those days, that a movie is releasing on a Friday, had meant a lot. Because right now these days we are very much up like, okay, fine, that is happening, that is coming, this is happening, this is the problem behind the scene, we know a lot and loads of things. So I do believe that somewhere the old thing was better, so that people have more curiosity towards it, and that would have dragged people more towards the cinema, more towards everything. And of course I think that people are supporting still. But as you have been through all this modeling and all the steps, like you were saying, that yes, modeling, so then you don't have to think about anything about the movies, and you can choose like what you want to do. A lot of new faces are coming into modeling. So, what you think about that stream right now?
Uh, I'd say more the merrier.
Okay.
Get bored of the same face. So I'm glad that a lot of new faces are coming, not only in the modeling line, even in the film industry. And somebody like Karan Johar, he's a pioneer in all this. He gets all new people, and
Yeah.
they do brilliantly well. And I'm thankful to him to bring a lot of new talent into the industry. It's fabulous. So I suppose that's a nice thing. But if you really ask me, I've always enjoyed the films before I stepped in. Because all those films had stories, they had meaning, the songs had meaning, and everything. Now it is also nice, yeah, certainly, but here, like, everybody is beautiful, everybody is dancing, and the same steps, which wasn't in that time.
No,
Like Amina
no.
Kumari had a special
Yes. Everything
category.
special.
Yeah, that was a very good phase, and I've
Yeah.
always enjoyed. And I see that today, you go to discotheques, you go wherever, you have the same music of that time with a faster beat, and and people are going crazy
Yeah.
dancing on them. So I think that phase musically was as wonderful. Yes, certainly. And the difference I see today is that my film Nikah did over 100 weeks. But these days, you will never see a film which will do more than 6, 7, 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So it is quite surprising. But then the collection, the whole networking, the system has become different now.
Yeah. Mostly it is a totally like a corporate thing right now that is happening. And I really like that part, that everybody is prepared with their things, like the budget, the what how they want to do it. Everybody is on it, on like top of it, and they know exactly what they want. So this is really good for the industry as well. So, and I really want to see you like coming forward with as you were describing before, that you want to start something totally like Bollywood movie or something in main phase, I would really like to see that, because you know what, here is also a lot of I mean, a lot of people here who are really talented enough, who you can, I mean, you know, take the audition or something, and I mean, they are doing really good, and I hope I'm gonna get a chance as well. No, that is a joke, but yes, of course, it is really great. And also, I would like to ask you that being here in US after a long time, as you said that before, you just here for 2-3 days, and this time a longer time because of all the works have been lined up for you and everything. So, are you really missing home or no?
No, I'm loving it here.
Okay.
I'm loving the people here. I'm loving the scenic beauty of this country. I'm very, very happy here, and I hope to come and visit here more often, which is quite a possibility because I'm planning to open a modeling school plus an acting school, and because I see such beautiful faces here, it really excites me, and I feel that well, yes, we can pick up. I can look for a lot of good talent here, and then train them, and probably they can be the next superstars. So all you lovely, beautiful people around, it's time. You guys get your portfolios ready, and let's get going.
Wow, that is a wonderful opportunity, I can say, to all the young or really young ladies and gents out there, because we're never old, okay, all right. So all of you, this is a great chance that he's offering, and this is something that we are really, 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 really looking forward for it, Mr. Parashar.